Alright, good morning and welcome back. I have adjusted the volume settings, and as you may notice, the music is back. This song's okay. I kind of dig this song, but in general, the music gets a little bit annoying to me, and I prefer it off when I'm on planet, but then I prefer it on when I fly from planet to planet. So that's why I'm putting it back on, because it's just nice when we're in space, as you will see later. But it's been a little bit, so let me get my bearings here. I know we have a silicon and titanium mining encampment on Mehela. What's the name of our? Metalla 4. However, I don't necessarily know what we want to do next. I guess, assuming the power is good, or is it good? We get no fuel every once in a while. So what we did what we did last time was we set up this new X-ray cracking thing, which should be converting all of the excess light oil into hydrogen. Looks like it is doing its job correctly. This thing is pumping out crude oil at 2.2 per second. These things use, I believe, 2 a second, if I have that right. So, like, this is, like, decaying, like a half-life decay. So, eventually this is going to output less than 2. So, okay, good, we got another upgrade. So, like, at some point we need to add a second extractor. And the fact that that's already kind of close to 2 makes me want to do that sooner rather than later. In fact, no better time than the present, right? So let's see if we can do that now. I forget, do we want this going into a tank? Like right here as opposed to somewhere else? Like, why is it going in there? I feel like, isn't it better to have it going in somewhere here? The priority is... Oh, I see. The priority is here. That's why. Okay, that makes sense. But I would rather have it, like, split right here. Let me know if this logic doesn't make sense, but I was thinking that if you split it here, it's actually better. This will make sense in a second, because then you could do something like this. Basically, I don't want it going into a tank unless I'm sure that this is truly getting backed up, Also, we have the graphite problem. The graphite backing up is the real problem. Huh. How much can I pull out of here? Wait. Oh, shift. Okay. Whoa. Not very much. I need to go check on the graphite to see if it can be burned, I guess? I don't know. Used up in some way. So here's the graphite. Let's follow this line. Yeah, I mean, it's getting prioritized as far as an input, but there's just not enough things that we're using it for. This has no output. This is getting complicated. So one thing we could do is have another output here. Okay, this is kind of fancy, I think, but like, what if we did another output? And this output is... Let's see if I can do... Oh boy, not like that. This would be like excess. So this is like what we would burn. So we'd want to set the output priority here so that it only outputs on this new one when there's plenty left. And then it would be, I don't know, 4 of these guys, maybe just 2 for now. See how that works.
Replication complete.
Sure. Can we like dump some stuff? Yeah, in here. There we go. Rocks. Alright, I don't know if that really helped. I'm sure it helps to some degree, but... Should we do 2 more? Maybe we should do 2 more.
Insufficient materials.
Got plenty of sorters. We can always move this box if we need to. Extend the belt first.
Replication complete.
Yeah, we need to move this box. Okay. I suppose that's something. And it should give us more power. Alright. Did we ever increase the... No. I wanted to move this 4th one on top, but we need to research the vertical construction first. Okay, so we're about to be attacked. There's a couple more production lines we could do. Like, we don't have a dumping point for titanium. We have a dumping point here for the silicon, but we need one for titanium. Although we don't really, I mean, we don't have anything that uses titanium right now. So let's not worry about that. There was one thing I wanted to put into production. These things. So this is difficult stuff. I remember this because you have the electric motors, then you have turbines, which is 2 to 1, like 2 electric motors to 1 turbine. And then you have these, which is 2 turbines to 1 super magnet. So it's actually pretty tough to have high output of these. So I guess we can just start. It's also weird that this one takes regular magnets because I don't really have regular magnets on a production line right now. Like, so regular magnets are here and they end here. But actually, now that I'm looking at it, it's not that difficult to incorporate them. I just need to create a little more space, and then maybe, you know, I'd rather see if I can bridge it with these guys. Does that work? Oh, Look at that, beautiful. Okay, so here's magnets. And I'll worry about them later, but I just know that I at least have them as the option. As a reminder to everybody, let me zoom out. My general thought is moving left to right, at least left to right in the way I'm facing right now. So to the left is where the raw ore typically will come from, is coming from, and then as we process things it should move to the right. I guess this little area up here is a little bit weird right now, but I gotta remind myself to kind of move it this way. Okay, so let's go for the turbines. Here's the electric motors. I'm not going to worry too much about how much production, but yeah, this is like making 1 a second. I guess it's less than that because it's the slow machines. But wondering maybe I should just kind of make it down here. Oops. Okay, so this is pretty simple. It's really just motors and But see, I mean, we only need one, right? Am I thinking about that right? 2 and 2. So maybe they can do like these electromagnets are used up there, so maybe we split it. Ooh, actually this could be an opportunity to use the other kind of splitter. Yeah, like that. That way, these guys can go over like that and then down. So the turbines can, or the motors can just slide under. Nice. And then I want the electromagnets to be snug next to them, like that. Cool. And the output can be up above, like that. Now, ratio-wise, I think what we actually want is 4 electric motor productions. Like, if we're actually wanting these 2 machines to be working efficiently, we would need 4 of these to support them. Well, maybe not. 225. What does this one say? Oh, yeah. 225, yeah. But I think we'll just set up the structure of it all, and then adjust accordingly. I guess the next time we're really going to start playing with ratios would be after we get the 3rd science up and running. Oh my gosh. No, I want that in the middle. Okay, here's the attack. Let's make sure we address that. Okay, looks like a big army, but they're going straight to our analysis base, which is great for us. Oh yeah, and I got my my little fighter pilots. Yeah, we're kind of owning. I think more of these things would be good. The battlefield base. They are level 1 now, so that's something to remember. As opposed to 0. Okay, they're already done. Let's see if I wonder if I'm thinking about it. Yeah, let me put one of these over here. Don't think we need them too close together. Maybe there works. It does... I do want to make more of these, though. I don't think I have... Wait, how do I make those? Can I make those by hand? I don't remember. Or do we have a facility? Oh, weird. Look at this stuff. I guess that's like debris. Although I don't know how a fluid tank got in there. Yeah, Oh, I think I just handcrafted. Yeah, that must have been what I did. So I'm gonna make some of those. I need more iron. And I realized I didn't adjust the box on the turbines. So we'll want to do that. Over here. So yeah, not surprisingly, we only see one of them going, oh, we actually don't have power. Well, I mean, we have some room. Maybe we could just beef it up, you know? In fact, the motor isn't the weakest link here. Can I just cram one in there? I think I can. And then I guess a fourth one as well, if possible. Extend the gears. Okay. Okay, let me just land this thing. Okay, well, that's a lot more production, and it's probably... Like, what's gonna happen is we're gonna have issues with the prereqs. Like, we're gonna find eventually that we're not making enough iron and stuff like that. Which is fine, it's kind of part of the game. Inevitable. Alright, so what was I doing? I do want to get rid of this. I could just delete it, but for some reason I don't want to waste any. Okay, and then dump the rest in here. Okay. I'm gonna put some prototypes in here. I guess they go to my hangar, right? Yeah. Sure. But now we have none, so we need to make more for ourselves. I'm making 15 right now. Let's do like 30 in total. There we go. How's the silicon plates? Okay, slowly coming along. We almost have 100. What else can we top off on? Circuit boards. Glass is good. Where's the stone? There they are. And the copper. I guess our titanium dump is actually like over here right now, which I think I want to move. This is like the junk drawer. So yeah, let me just delete this and move it somewhere else. Oops, okay. Yeah, right around here somewhere. Alright. And I want to get rid of magnets. It's amazing that we're so... Oh, wait, something's going on with the science. No, it's just doing red only. That's fine. Okay, before I forget, let me add that other oil refinery to make sure we're covered on crude oil production once that one runs out. So it's going to go there and then just go around all this stuff. Yeah, nice. That's another 2.4. As you can see, this one is 2.2. It goes down pretty slow, so it's won't necessarily be a problem for a while, but yeah, basically I want to do this kind of thing. I don't think we need a splitter. Let's take a look at it though. Yeah, okay. Sweet. Now I want to keep going with this and actually set up the next one, because if you remember, I wanted to do accumulators, but we haven't gotten those set up. But they actually require these super magnet thingies, and those are the next tier up from turbines. So let's just do that right now while we're thinking about it. This is also what we need the magnets for, like the original magnets. Which, is this them? I started them, right? Is this them? Yeah, they're coming through the wind turbines. Okay. Go up with them like this, maybe. It's starting to be a little messy, huh? A little spaghetti-ish. What else? Graphite, that's interesting. Where is the graphite line? This graphite is kind of the complicated one, because it's used for so many things. So basically graphite is coming out of this. It's a three-way splitter. This one goes to science. This one goes to crystals. This one goes somewhere I forgot. Oh, plastic? Yeah. Okay. We could take the plastic and loop it. I think that's what I want to do. We don't even have to split it necessarily. We could just continue it. These are empty, right? Mostly. Maybe we just bring it out and so I'm assuming you guys know the concept of, I think, technical debt is what it's called, or maybe like logical debt or something. It's like a programming term where you're doing things good enough to get by, but the issue is like it's going to cause problems later. And I feel like we're like all about that right now, which is a little concerning. Just because, like, we're making it work, but, like, what happens when you have to go from, like, for example, 2 plastic production buildings to like 10. I guess plastic is a bad example because there's a decent amount of space right there, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, let me delete that. Dump the oil. Honestly, one option is to just start another factory. Like, leave this one as what it is, right? So if it's only producing some amount per minute or whatever, just let it be that. Oh, by the way, this is the old ammo line that we can just delete. So that helps us with a little extra room. And I think... Isn't this... Don't we already have a box of ammo? I think... Yeah. So I'll just move this over here. Ooh, somehow ammo's not in our chamber. So that's a good thing to notice. Okay. Back to the graphite. So, graphite, yeah. Okay. We got graphite, we got magnets, and what else?
You've unlocked the vertical construction technology. When building facilities such as matrix labs, depots, and storage tanks, you can try to build them upwards, making more efficient use of space.
So this I actually want to put on top. There we go. Now the only issue when doing this is the sorters. Like, can we still input fast enough? I think, yeah, almost certainly. Because these are pretty slow. Like, this is 10 per minute. So even with 4 stacked, that's less than 1 per second. We should be fine there. Okay, back to super magnets. The other thing is, like, when minerals get in the way, it's like, do you really want to mess with it, you know? I guess I'd rather go down. So maybe we do it, like, here. Honestly, I think I'll just do 1 for now. Which sounds pretty weak. Oh, but it's 3 seconds. Hold on. 2. Okay, so maybe 2. 3 inputs. Magnets is the most used, so that needs to be here. What's the other one? Turbines, definitely used. Maybe the magnet should be on the bottom then. Yeah, that works better, I think, because we want turbines to come down. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I don't necessarily need it, but because I'm assuming I'm gonna want them to continue down. Ooh, does that work? Ooh, it does. Nice. Okay. Get these trees out of the way. Graphite is used, but it's used the least of all of them. Here it is. Here's the line. I guess I'd rather it be up a level. So it's going to go over some of this stuff. And then down like that. Okay. And then the output line will be down here. let me separate these a little to put a power pole in between. And now start the input outputs. This power pole is not connected to anything. There we go. Input, 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 input. And then of course we need a box. And we need to restrict it. Okay, same recipe. Okay, so it's not working yet. We are not outputting these guys. Wait a minute, what's going on? Why can't I click on this? Okay. I mean, that's fine. It's just gonna dead end. But I mean, most of them are going into the box still, which is almost full. So that's normal. The only thing we could do is boost this. Oh, look at this. See, okay, so we're short on iron. Here we go. The bottleneck game is at work. Let's look at the iron. So we only have 4 smelters making iron. In fact, I think the real weakest link is iron ore. Because, I mean, the 4 smelters aren't even all working. See, this one's not working. That's interesting. But see, it's also because some of the iron ore is being used for copper. None of the belts seem to be restricted either. So, I mean, I guess you can just add more miners. It's kind of a somewhat easy solution. You can maybe add one here too. So this one, the belt is in the way. Maybe we kind of detour it down. Yeah. Here we go. And all of this kind of stuff adds to the power. So that's just another thing we gotta always keep in mind. Oh, you know what? We actually want... I think it'll be better if we do this. Because we really have 2 inputs, right? So as far as like max throughput capacity, it's like 6 per second times 2 is 12 per second because we got 2 belts going in at 6 per second. And it's only going to work, well, max 6 per second on the plates and max 6 per second on the magnets. But we can't do 8 per second plates right now. Okay, so even with that, we still need to make more smelters for iron plates. So we can do 2 more total.
Replication complete.
I would like to do... Okay, that's a little bit silly, but I'm just going to do it that way. Okay, now, I think what this means... Oh wait, yeah, that's 6. What this means is that, assuming they're all working, and assuming this belt coming in is a full belt, then we should have 6 per second iron plates. By the way, our technology's almost done, so we need to add more to it. But, you know, I mean, this is using some for circuits, some for gears, so that by the time it's down here, it's already kind of dwindling. But yeah, okay, this is already way better. I mean, all 4 of these are working. This is full, so the turbines are actually going down here to the super magnet production. We just need a power pole here. Okay, cool. How many can we put in here? Somehow we got a bunch of extra magnets. Maybe we picked up the box, didn't we? Oops. Yeah, I forgot about that. Let's put it back. Oh, actually, I don't want to hold any. It's not worth it. Okay, cool. Well, I guess we could start making accumulators. Let's do upgrades. So we did a bunch of upgrades last time. Okay, let's do movement speed. I tend to prefer upgrades over technology if possible because it doesn't move the game forward, which sounds backwards, but I like to feel like I'm... This is a lot. This is more than I expected. Sheesh. I just like to get as far as I can before pushing the next thing forward. We're actually not making any sulfuric acid, so that's another production line we could work on. But why don't we take a trip to our mining facility first and bring back what we have for that. So if you remember, we're actually taking silicon ore and making silicon plate on the planet. So I'm really wondering, like, you know, we don't really use silicon ore for anything, do we? So this might end up just turning into like a plate dump, and we might not even transport ore from the planet. And same thing with titanium, because if it's the plate that we're really needing, you know, why bother transporting the ore? But if something uses raw titanium ore or raw silicone ore, then we would need to know that and plan accordingly. Okay. So to prepare for our voyage, I'm gonna go to this like dump box and attempt to clear out my inventory. Maybe just entirely. In fact, this is something I've done before where you have a whole separate box and you just move everything. I can't even hold everything. These things can be in here. That's fine. Yeah. Although I might want to take turrets just to dump a couple more. And I want this, because that's supposed to be in my hangar. Okay. And then I want to fill up on the fuel chamber stuff. which is over here. Oops. Okay, so there's still... How do I make it so it burns the grass first? Okay, good. Yeah, and then we'll just pop these in as we need them. I think this is it. Okay, so we're going to Metalla 4. We're going back to Metalla 4. There it is. Let's make a indicator. If we go to view, can we see the fog threat? Oh, it shows it up here. Oh, cool. Okay, good. 70%. I don't think I want to hang out there until it hits 100. That seems like a lot, but... Okay, let's go. We gotta remember cruise mode. Man, it's always a little weird to get out of orbit. Alright, now we're heading straight there. Accelerating. Quite a bit, actually. I'm gonna cruise for a little. This is our home. Our gas giant parent. Crescent of our gas giant parent. Also, you can see other star systems here. And you can kind of mouse over them and it says what they are. And yes, we will be going there. And there, and there, and there. Believe it or not. Once we have the technology, see all of these. Not every star, right? So those are just like... those are just cosmetic or whatever. But yeah, ooh, these are some big ones. Okay, you can see we're getting some fuel back, so... I could probably accelerate a little bit more, but not much. Our top speed is 1,000, remember, unless we researched more since then, but no, we didn't. So now we're at top speed. And I want to have some fuel left to be able to slow down a little bit once we get close. It's a pretty remote planet out here. I guess that's why it's so icy. Okay, we're approaching. Okay, I'm gonna slow down. It slows down pretty quick, luckily. Targeting the opposite of the fog. Nice. Okay, so as you can see, it's still working. That's good. It's not, the belts are not backed up or anything yet. The fog, I don't think they have attacked at all yet. But if we had to put more turrets, what do you think? I'm thinking maybe like one along this belt, maybe, and then maybe just one over here to double it up. And I think I was putting like 100 in each. Actually, I think I put like 50 in each. Maybe we can put 100 in these. Okay, look at that. See, now our inventory is empty. And if we come over here, okay, there's some evidence. See, all of these turrets have 50 ammo still, which to me indicates that there has been no attack yet. Well, this one has 49, but that could have been Oops, we ran out. Anyway, we're full on titanium. Oh my god, we're full on both. Wow, okay, seriously? I could not have planned this better. This is by happenstance, but look at that. We're rich. We are rich. So that kind of makes the decision for me. I'm not going to bother with ore. If we ever decide, or if we ever find that we do need ore, I can just come back and switch to ore. You know, I think I'm gonna upgrade. Oh wait, I don't have any. Yeah, I don't really have any materials. Never mind. I can't really do much other than sit here or head home. Now, one thing we can do is attack it. I don't think I'm gonna do that. We are getting a lot of like military upgrades with these, so maybe once those finish, we'll start attacking the base. The base here is lower level than the base at home, so it would be a good one to try first. But with that, I'm just going to leave Metalla 4 and go ahead and head back to home, Metalla 1. We've got decent fuel chamber, so we should be fine there.
Cruise mode.
And off we go. Accelerating, burning a lot of fuel. Gonna go all the way to... Ooh. I was gonna try to go to 1,000. One thing I like to do, I always like to rotate to get oriented the right way, which you can tell from the bottom left side of the screen where you see the little mini map. See the 45 number? So this is like the correct way to orient the solar system. Okay, let's see if we can go a little faster. There we go. We really need some like mecha chamber upgrades and stuff to generate more energy and to hold more capacity of energy. So it's good that we have a bunch of titanium and silicon. I don't know if we necessarily have things to use it on, though. You know, given that we have all this upgrades to do, it's kind of making me think that perhaps the best next course of action is just to increase our science a little bit more, like our science production rate. But, okay, slowing down. I kind of want to remove some of this. Yeah, I don't want to look at the veins all the time. Okay, so we're back. Our power generation seems okay. Iron is full. Science is going, but why? Huh. I guess they're both going. The blue must just be backed up because of a previous technology that was red only, something like that. And then you can see these guys working. We're still making super magnets, that's good. We've got 208 of them. Oh yeah, that's great. How much is each accumulator? It's wish 1 for 1, so that's like 200 accumulators. It's plenty. So I guess that'll be titanium plate. And this is a good opportunity. I just remembered that okay, wait, hold on. This is it's a little tricky. Let me get okay, how do we make these? It's just iron and stone.
Insufficient materials.
So I'm gonna make like 5 of these. I'll put it here for now. This is gonna be the plate dump.
Replication complete.
But I forgot that you can actually stack these. I haven't really used that yet, but now when you stack them, oh wait, okay, I'm pretty sure that when you stack them, they, you know, connect. You know, it'd kind of be weird if they didn't, right? I should have actually taken the titanium ore over there. But I guess I'll dump that in here as well for now. Okay, now I'm gonna go get all my other stuff. All this. Yeah. Okay. And that concludes the journey to Metallifor. Supply run, we can call it. Okay, now why did this stop? Okay, so suddenly we're out of magnets. Wait, I don't know what's going on there. I'm assuming it's just low production. You know, this could be a good place to just relocate it. Let's think about what the max is. So the max meaning we want an output of 6 per second. The math is easier on the iron plate because it's 1 second, so it's you just need 6 smelters. But since this is 1.5, so my instinct tells me that it should be 9 smelters. So yeah, I mean, I think you just do 9 divided by 1.5, and that's 6, right? I'm not crazy. Alright, weapons upgrade, nice. So I'm going to do them all here. So this is going to be like a whole new little line. Three and a half, 2/3, multiplied by 2/3. Yeah, it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Does seem like a lot.
Replication complete.
Now, you can do shift click and do this kind of thing, which is cool. But we need more sorters. And I'm going to move the box again. Okay. There we go. How are we going to do this? Let's bring the bell through here. And then there goes the magnets. Okay, now we can still have a box over here somewhere. Restricted capacity of 4. Okay, so we're really beefing up the throughput here, and so we have to be constantly checking power production. Also, this is going to be quite a strain on the iron miners. Like, this one's basically doing nothing. But we need to wait till it burns out. Remember, we started the game with 0.8 factor of resource richness. So that makes it a little bit harder because, like, eventually we'll run out of iron completely. Which is why that vein utilization upgrade is pretty important. Which, is there more of that to do? Yeah, but we need yellow. Okay. Oh, there's the yellow recipe. It's just crystal and... I think that's a titanium crystal. So we're like pretty close to being able to do that. Actually easier than I thought. I thought we'd have to do like plastic and stuff. Alright, cool. Probably gonna stop there for today. I think first thing on the next one we'll just have to like watch Metallifor defend itself. I don't think I'm gonna go over there to defend. I'm just gonna watch it defend itself and hopefully there's no disaster. But if there is, we'll just fly over there and deal with it. So good either way. The titanium thingy, I guess we gotta research more technology, because where is that? Huh. Anyway, yeah, there's some stuff. Ooh. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of exciting stuff that we need to get to. But, oh, maybe it's this thing? I don't know why this is so hard for me to find. Oh, that's what makes it complicated. It takes a bio crystal thingy. Gotcha. Which is made from plastic. I figured there was something like that. Okay. Cool. Another problem to solve. It's a good thing. Alright. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.